Now thanks be unto God, who always causes us to triumph as trophies of Christ's victory. Champions, Faith Center. Victory in heaven and earth.
Tell your neighbor, this is just an introduction. Now this time, smile at him again. Ecclesiastes chapter 11, verse 4. Read it with me, please. Chapter 11, verse 4 says, "He that observes the wind shall not sow, and he that regards the clouds shall not reap." Notice the word there, and depending on which translation of the scripture you're reading, hopefully if you're reading the King James Version, it says observeth, and it says regardeth. And the reason why that's important is because that observeth and regardeth is a present progressive term, which means that it is constant, it is ongoing, it's not a one-time action. So it means that a man comes out and he sees the wind contrary, but he doesn't stop at seeing it one time. He keeps running over in his mind the tumultuous effect of the wind. So he saw it once, but the whirlwind is now in his head. Does that make sense to you tonight? Let me give you a practical example of what I'm talking about. You know you only have $50 in your checking account. You know you have a bill for $200, and every 10 minutes you're checking your checking account to see if any more money is there. Now, if you didn't put it in there, then it's not in there. Can somebody please agree with me at Door of Hope? And so we keep running over in our mind, I don't have $50. I don't have $50. I don't have the money to do it. I only have $50. And what's happening? We observe the wind once because we saw what was available, but then we keep the whirlwind going on in our soul. Let's try it again. God tells you to do something that requires $100,000 or $10,000, but you only have $100 or $500, and you observed one time by assessing your situation. But then the whirlwind of what you don't have keeps going on in your soul, and rather than making the proper decisions to break through and actually accomplish what God said, the whirlwind causes you to not sow. Scripture says, he that observes the wind shall not sow. It says, he that regardeth the clouds shall not reap. Meaning, he watched it one time, but then it got in his soul. Fear got in his soul. Defeat got in his soul. Failure got in his soul. Let me try it another way. Who failed at marriage to affect how you see yours? Who failed at business to keep you from going into entrepreneurial endeavors and keeping you tied down and seeking a stable job with stable income and stable benefits? Who died of cancer believing God, and now you run to the doctor every time you have a slight cold or a slight headache or a slight pain because you're afraid that somehow you will contract the disease and somehow it'll be too late when the doctors find out because someone's condition has become a whirlwind in your soul? He that observes the wind won't sow. He that regards the clouds won't reap. Let's say it again. If you are controlled by the failures of people, you will never be successful. Because every day you're going to have many encounters with people who failed. When you turn on the evening news, people don't watch the news to find out what's good happening in Marion. People don't read the newspaper to find out what's good happening in their area. When you want to sell many papers, what happens? Somebody died. Somebody got shot. Somebody got robbed. Somebody filed bankruptcy. Somebody fell from grace. If you want to sell many newspapers, you've got to write about the bad stuff that people want to read about. And the reason why people want to read about it is because the whirlwind of SuccessAPhobia is controlling their soul.